Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Julia.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here with us today. And Jason, today's topic is something so many learners struggle with.
Oh, yes. Today we're talking about something very real, very frustrating, and very common. I understand English, but I can't speak.
If you're listening right now and you're thinking, that's exactly me, then this episode is especially for you.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever watched a movie in English and understood almost everything, but when someone asks you a simple question like, "How was your day?" your mind suddenly goes blank?
Or maybe in class, you understand the teacher, you understand your friends, you even understand podcasts like this one. But when it's your turn to speak, your heart beats fast, your mouth feels dry, and no words come out.
And inside your head, you're thinking, "I know this. I know this sentence. Why can't I say it?"
It feels embarrassing sometimes, frustrating, even disappointing.
But here's the most important thing we want to tell you right now. You are not stupid. You are not bad at English. And you are definitely not alone.
Millions of English learners around the world have the same problem. Understanding is there, but speaking feels impossible.
And today, we're going to explain why this happens, and more importantly, how you can finally fix it.
So if you're ready to stop staying silent and start speaking with confidence,
Stay with us. This episode might change the way you think about speaking English forever. All right, now that we've talked about how frustrating it feels, let's get to the heart of the problem. Why is it that you can understand English perfectly, but struggle to speak it?
it all comes down to one simple idea: passive English versus active English.
Exactly. Passive English means listening and reading. That's your brain taking in information. You watch movies, listen to podcasts, read articles, and your brain understands almost everything.
But active English, that's speaking and writing, that's your brain sending information out. And here's the tricky part: your brain understands faster than your mouth can respond.
It's like your brain is running a marathon, but your mouth is still stretching before the race.
Ha ha! That's a perfect way to explain it, Jason. And here's the thing: most English learners only train the input part, listening and reading.
Yes, they think, if I understand everything, I must be fluent. But fluency isn't just understanding. It's also producing language confidently and naturally.
And when your brain has all the words but your mouth hasn't practiced forming sentences, it freezes. You know the sentence, but it doesn't come out.
That's why you might understand every word in a movie, but can't answer a simple question in real life.
And don't worry, that's completely normal. Understanding comes first. Speaking comes after. The trick is knowing how to train your mouth to catch up with your brain.
Exactly. And that's what we'll focus on next. How to move from just understanding English to actually speaking it. All right, now let's talk about something that almost every learner experiences. Your brain freezes when you try to speak.
Yes, you know exactly what you want to say in your head, but as soon as you open your mouth, everything stops.
So, why does this happen? First, fear of mistakes. Many learners think, if I make a mistake, people will laugh at me.
And second, overthinking grammar. You're translating from your native language, checking every word in your head, and well, your mouth just can't keep up.
Exactly. It's like your brain and your mouth are in different time zones. The brain says, go, but the mouth is still packing its bag.
Haha, that's a good way to put it. And then there's perfectionism. You want to speak perfectly, with perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation.
And when that expectation is too high, you freeze. You feel pressure, you panic, and your words get stuck.
It's frustrating because inside you know the sentence, you know the words, you just can't get them out in real time.
And here's the key truth. This is not a problem with your intelligence. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a speaking practice problem.
Yes, your brain is ready, your ears are trained, but your mouth hasn't practiced enough. Speaking is a physical skill, just like learning to ride a bike.
Exactly. And don't worry, in the next segments, we'll show you exactly how to train your mouth so it stops freezing and starts speaking confidently. Now, let's talk about something learners often believe, that you need confidence before you can speak English.
Yes, so many people think, I can't speak because I'm not confident enough. But here's the truth, confidence doesn't come first.
Exactly. Confidence comes from speaking, not before it. You build it by taking small steps, making mistakes, and learning from them.
Think of it like swimming. You don't become confident standing on the shore. You get in the water, practice, maybe even struggle, and slowly, confidence grows.
And the same goes for speaking English. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. Start small, start imperfect, start today.
The more you speak, the less fear you feel. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. And slowly, your mouth catches up with your brain.
So, if you're waiting for confidence before you speak, stop waiting. Speak, even if it's just a little, and confidence will follow. All right, Julia, now we're getting to the real reason why so many learners understand English but can't speak it.
Yes, Jason, and it's simple but very powerful. Most learners train their ears, not their mouths.
Exactly. Listening to podcasts, watching movies, reading books, all of this is amazing for understanding. But your mouth doesn't know how to form the words yet.
It's like learning to drive by only watching videos. You understand how the car works, you know the rules, but until you actually get behind the wheel, you can't drive.
That's a perfect example. Speaking is a physical skill. Your tongue, lips, and mouth muscles need practice to move quickly and naturally.
And here's the truth. Listening alone won't make you fluent. You might understand every word of a conversation, but when it's your turn to reply, your mouth may freeze.
That's why so many learners feel frustrated. Their brain says, I know this, but their mouth says, nope, not yet.
And the good news is, this is fixable. The moment you start practicing speaking consistently, your mouth catches up with your brain.
Exactly. That's why today's episode is all about training your mouth, not just your mind. Because speaking fluently comes from practice, not just understanding. All right, Julia, we've talked about why speaking is hard, why your brain freezes, and why confidence comes from doing. Now it's time for the most important part, solutions.
Yes, 4 practical ways to start speaking English today, even if you feel shy or nervous.
First, speak alone every day. Yes, just you and your voice.
Exactly. Describe what you're doing, talk about your day, or even narrate your actions. For example, I'm making tea. The water is hot. I add sugar.
It might feel silly at first, but it's perfect practice. Your brain starts connecting thoughts to words, and your mouth starts moving naturally.
The key is consistency. Even 5 to 10 minutes every day makes a huge difference.
Solution 2 is shadowing. This is where you listen to a sentence and immediately repeat it out loud.
Yes, copy the rhythm, the tone, even the pauses. Podcasts, YouTube videos, or movies are perfect for this.
It's like echoing a native speaker. Over time, your brain and mouth sync up, and speaking becomes faster and more natural.
Plus, you improve pronunciation and intonation without even realizing it.
Solution 3 is the 30-second rule. Whenever someone asks you a question, try to speak continuously for at least 30 seconds without stopping.
Even if you make mistakes, keep going. Don't worry about grammar. Don't pause to translate. Just speak.
The goal is to train your mouth to form sentences automatically. Over time, 30 seconds becomes 1 minute, then 2, then more.
It's a simple habit that builds fluency faster than any grammar book.
And finally, stop translating from your native language. Think in simple English.
Yes, instead of thinking, how do I say this in English? Try thinking, what do I want to say? In English words you already know.
Small sentences work best. Simple ideas, simple words. Over time, your brain starts speaking in English automatically.
Exactly. Stop overthinking. Start speaking. Your mouth will catch up with your brain faster than you think.
All right, Julia. Now that we've shared the 4 practical solutions, it's time to turn them into a simple 7-day speaking challenge.
Yes, this is for anyone who wants to finally start speaking confidently. Just 7 days small, easy steps.
Day 1 and 2. Speak alone for 10 minutes. Describe your day, your actions, or even your thoughts out loud.
Day 3 and 4. Use the shadowing technique. Listen to short sentences or dialogues and repeat them exactly as you hear them.
Day 5 and 6. Record yourself speaking. Then listen back. Don't judge yourself, just notice your progress.
And day 7, try a small conversation with a friend, classmate, or even online. Remember, the goal is practice, not perfection.
If you follow this challenge, by the end of the week, your mouth will start catching up with your brain. Speaking will feel easier, faster, and more natural.
Yes! And the best part? Once you finish this week, you can repeat it and gradually increase the time you speak each day.
Consistency is everything. Small daily steps lead to big improvements. All right, Julia. Before we wrap up, let's talk about something very important, mindset.
Yes, many learners think fluency means perfection. They believe they must speak perfectly before anyone will understand them, but that's a myth.
Exactly. Mistakes are not failures, they are proof that you are learning. Every mistake is a step forward, not backward.
And remember, speaking English is a skill. Skills take practice, patience, and persistence. You won't get it right immediately, and that's completely normal.
So, shift your focus from perfection to progress. Speak a little every day, make mistakes, learn from them, and celebrate small wins.
Yes, even one new sentence every day is progress. And slowly, those sentences turn into conversations, and those conversations turn into confidence.
Your brain is ready. Your ears are trained. Now it's time for your mouth to catch up. Speak today, speak imperfectly, and grow every single day. All right, everyone, let's quickly recap today's episode.
We talked about why so many learners understand English but can't speak. Passive skills like listening and reading are easy, but speaking requires practice.
We also discussed why your brain freezes, why confidence comes from doing, and why you've probably trained your ears more than your mouth.
Then we shared 4 practical solutions. Speak alone, shadow native speakers, follow the 30-second rule, and stop translating.
And for action, we gave you a simple 7-day speaking challenge small daily steps that will help your mouth catch up with your brain.
Remember, mistakes are proof you're learning. Speak imperfectly, speak every day, and focus on progress, not perfection.
Now, here's what we want you to do. Pick one speaking exercise today. Just one. Start small. Start now.
And if this episode helped you, make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment below your biggest speaking fear, and share your progress with us.
Yes, take action, stay consistent, and your English speaking will improve faster than you ever imagined.
Thank you for listening, and remember, your mouth is ready to speak. It just needs practice. Let's start speaking today.